And look what the bird's holding in its beak. Methought you decided to hang in the fortress till the next hoggetub. Are we off to Gleanda, or what?
Oh, there you are. Okay.
And look what the bird's holding in its beak. Methought you decided to hang in the fortress till the next hoggetub. Are we off to Gleanda, or what?
I need to heal up. Alright, where's Lydia? Kinda need Lydia. I'm not leaving without her. You never know, they might have some value somewhere else. Let's see what's this way. You did good.
What you want, mate?
So, what do you know about this place? You know,
Faceted Stones. It's a little world, like one of your Oblivion plane things. But comparing to a regular Oblivion plane, Stones be just a pocket comparing to your pants. You know, like a pocket plane. Them stones have quite a history, but we've not much time for diving into details. Though there were some folk of your type, pale faces, long ears. These fellas did run out fast, though. The place were empty except for some scoffing showing up with their loud parties. Or were those dremora? Ask them but crab about details. The thing is, they're big goblins now. Quite regular goblins, they be. Sinmiarian settled them there, savvy?
alright. Alright. Okay. Another question. Where have you been?
As me tells ya, me gone visit this fear fella. He sent ya hello. Also mentioned he'd like to meet in person. Also sent you a gift. Not so impressive, perhaps, but fine nonetheless.
You gave me flowers. 7 of them. What do I do with these?
Now, good looking. If you're going to Abba's watch, be sure to wear some flowers in your hair. You're gonna meet some gentle people there. And love will be in the air.
How did you get there?
Oh, some lad stopped by and asked me if me needs a ride. He took me first by carriage and then by boat to the east, to Faceted Stones. Come on, you don't really need to know this. Why don't you just be happy with me around?
I know you're talking show, but so you know, maybe you're right. Okay, but I have no clue what it said up there in the corner. But let's go.
Now me feels ya. Rule, good looking, rule them caves. Ya and I will never be slaves.
Oh, I have a level up. Yeah, house. That's not the one I wanted to do, but okay. Still not entirely sure what the statue Fs are for, but they definitely feel important. Alright, continue that way. Because, you know, obviously we'll be back this way some point, sometime. Actually, I'm gonna do a big save here. You know, we're gonna try going through here again. Because.
Huh?
Okay. Residential district. What in the...
And here we are, meeting again, my good guest. I've been expecting to see you there, given how curious you and your kind are. Welcome to Balninasilia, also known by your predecessor, Sinmiarian, as Abamoth. Time ago, this fortress was erected by outsiders. They arrived here the same way you did, but all great things come to an end. No exceptions. Watching their fall, what destroyed them, what made them disappear. It all made me ponder on many things. Though, I think you're the one wondering what happened to them. Well, of course you are. Let's take a look, shall we? Many important events in our lives begin quite insensibly. Disease, no exception. And it so happens that sometimes a disease strikes that does not look or behave like usual disease, as is in this case. Clear was that there were symptoms in the form of numbed skin, dulled eyes, unnatural pallor of the face. But that came later. It began with gratuitous aggression and cruelty. But you wouldn't assume such behavior of your acquaintances as the manifestation of some disease. At first, not one understood what was taking place, thought of as some coincidence. And when the sickness had become pandemic, when healers suspected something was wrong, it was too late. The sickness worked fast. There was no cure for the victim's bloodthirst, as there was no cure for the survivor's fear. A tragic tale, isn't it? After some time, Abeloth had ceased to be, but the sickness that had done it didn't vanish.
Huh. I'm not entirely sure what sickness they had, but I get it. Nope. Okay. So we've got a giant glowy ring of magic. It's really pretty. Also a little terrifying. But, we continue on. following has been written by Sinmiarian of the following has been written by Sinmiarian of Shimmerine, whom by his right belongs to the most ancient kin of Altmer, titled as the last keeper of Torhamkard's sanctuary, also the beloved son of Ariel, as well as the brightest and cleverest heir to many lands. The brilliant mind, the talented rhetorician, etc., etc. This work contains my observations and findings of which I have been able to gather whilst researching the everyday life and customs of primitive tribes that hail from several regions of southern and central Tamriel. I got why am I putting words in there that aren't in there? I separated a small community of goblin kin from their kin and moved them to an environment where I can ensure the absence of external influences in order to be able to dive into their social structure without interference. The main entities a goblin mind uses to separate themselves as subject from creatures the goblin interacts with, the objects, are the ug and ig particles. A goblin appends various sounds to them in order to transfer their ideas to an interlocutor. Into a sentence. For example, Mug describes goblin themselves, while they use Sug to describe the interlocutor whenever what's an interlocutor? What does that mean? I'll have to look that up. Oh, okay. So an interlocutor is a person or persons. So a goblin appends various sounds to them in order to transfer their ideas to an interlocutor. For example, Mug describes the goblin themselves while they use Sug to describe the interlocutor. Whenever an idea the subject wants to transfer relates to some community or group the subject belongs to, the subject uses Tug. On the other hand, using Ig allows the goblin to alienate themselves from an object. Commonly, they use it linked with key. For example, Ig key. describes basically anything the goblin has been too lazy to describe in full colors. These creatures are familiar with the concept of persons, but as with many other things, their understanding is quite primitive. They have a system of sorts, which they use to append various sounds to words, but this system showcases a worldview which is very vague, to say the least, such as Amba, Bataki, which meaning my basket. Well, Ambi, Bak, no, Ambi, Bataki, Ambi, Bataki is someone else's basket. After a few observations, you'd easily note that the goblin appends a when describing something related to themselves and e when describing something related to other members of their community. The same can be noted for words that describe actions. When a goblin says saga, what? He's on fire. Yeah, I kind of got that they meant literally when they say sag you're on fire, literally. Oh goodness. As a cautious reader may have noted, in goblin language, nouns end with key. This, however, works only for common concepts. It was related to everyday life, food, and so forth. For example, for topics that require gender specific attributes, there are uk and if suffixes. Compare mushruki, mushrooms, and gurmuk, a chieftain. As this simple logic dictates, a chieftain's wife is gurmuk, gurmik, because she does not hold any claim for authority in the tribe. Note, however, theoretically, some female goblin named Erish holds the power of a chieftain in the tribe. The tribe will call her Erish Gurmuk. Goblins use two simple cues to agree or disagree with each other. Na means yes. An means no. Using the same sounds inverted is typically for their language. Or is typical for their language. This is noticeable when describing such concepts as a part and the whole. Aban in Abanaki in Babaki means spears are a part of weapons, while Babaki me Abanaki weapon means weapons include spears. For describing properties and attributes of items, goblins usually use the same set of words used for describing actions except for a suffix, ta. As I've noted before, sag means the process of burning. It would be an easy guess that if one uses sagta to describe a slice of meat, the goblin who hears it won't put their lips on this meat because they'll identify it as burnt. Ah, okay. The most curious component of goblin speech is tutu. Tutu is basically a goal. I'd even go as far as to say it. I'd even go as far as to say it's something that gives each goblin a purpose to live. This can be witnessed in basic ideas, such as tutu ama, which means I want to eat, but in more soaring things as well. Tutu apanaki means my purpose in life is to serve the forces unknown. I don't think it would be off to suggest that tutu basically describes a goblin's concept of happiness and satisfaction. To gain a better understanding of time, goblins use such ideas as tick, a moment, and the current moment. It appears as if they perceive time a bit slower when compared to other races of Tamriel. For example, uptik is a moment that spreads on an hour interval. Furthermore, both hours, go, and head are counted as optic. Their understanding is also affected by the fact that Faceted Stones does not have any sunlight to offer, so Goblin Shard's life is divided on ritualized cycles, which they call Dome. The concepts of yesterday and tomorrow are too complicated for them. Goblins simply use back and forward in their place. That is, Omo and Bumo. Therefore, yesterday in Goblin is Dom Omo, a cycle ago. On a brighter note, they're quite clever with numbers, even using tens. Ba, va, ga, za, pok, bok, vok, gok, zook, bruk are the numbers 1 to 10. We are all familiar with, to describe greater numbers, they use chi. For example, vog, bruk, chi. Vog, bruk, chi, za. Okay. Translates to 24. Vog, bruk, chi, za. Okay. That's all for now. Make sure to greet your favorite goblin with Ga when you meet them, and bid your farewells with Og. Take in the book. Oh, there it is. The wire is all tangled up on my arm. You have acquired Sinmiarian's memory stone. You can now interact with goblins and understand their language. Perhaps the Lasting Bones tribe can use your help. This is gonna be a doozy. No, I don't want to sit down. I want to stand up. Yes, I know. See, something always increases whenever I take one of those statuettes. Newt. Ooh. Healer Vidin. We have no more space to take the sick. The number of infected grows uncontrollably. At a rate like this, more than half of the colonists will be contaminated within a month. We have to do something, and we still don't know the source of the problem. So numbers and other words. Of course I shall add some words later, but what follows should be enough for now. Ba, va, ga, za, pok, bok, bok, gok, zok, bruk. Apparently, simple numbers 1 to 10. I'm not so sure regarding the bigger numbers, but I suppose baka means 100 and vaka means 1,000. Badom, Badom, one day ago, that is yesterday. Badom, Bumo, one day forward, that is tomorrow. Updom, today, any current cycle. Optic, right now. Well, plus minus an hour or something. Win, of course, Chi, and okay. I only have 8 lockpicks. Okay, let's make this work. You know what? That does work. I'll probably find more of his books later. I wouldn't be too surprised about it.
Oh,
What is your problem this time?
Still here.
How much are you carrying?
How can I serve you, my Thane? You lead, I'll follow.
Okay. Okay. This mad disease strikes at us, slowly killing our colony from the inside. The trouble began like no one could expect. At first, we stopped receiving supplies from the outer world. There were plenty of rumors regarding a war with the Nords, but nobody here believed in them. Nobody wanted to believe in them. I can't imagine how we will live here. Perhaps I should have listened to my sister and returned back like she did. There's just so many ancient crystals. Goblin Language Part 2. What follows is my second short article on the Goblin language. Here I suggest a number of possible translation choices of Goblin nouns to Tamrielic. I am positively assured of their authenticity. Gurmuk, a chief. Gurmik, a chief's wife. Kramatuk, one who eats using the opposite end of one's digestive tract. Okay. Deidre, Kotoki, a good looking one. Anabuki, an alien, one who's not one of us. Kavki, something good, bright. Urtaki, something bad, gloom. Mushoki, mushrooms. Zuzaki, bees. Satsuki, dragonflies. Moritaki, face. Trying to figure out how you pronounce that one. Teshriki, a wizard. Babuki, drum. Gayaki, a spirit. Okay, do I have enough for this? Yay! What? What? Lydia, it gave me a rock joint. Well, okay. This is giving the all musical chairs vibes, except if somebody, runs a little close to the edge, they just go fall, I guess. There we go. Oh, hey, puppy. I wonder if I can trade them for... Okay. Sinmiarian's note. Hello, if you are reading this, make sure to take this note back to my study. I believe you know of its location provided you are staying here. Thank you. Sinmiarian, the brightest and cleverest. From Skyrim to Stones. Facets. From Skyrim to stone facets. My brain never wants to read the word right. Boundaries. Settlers arrive in their tens. The expedition was headed by Makriv Gleanda. This note record memory for its marks the day the construction of the fortress began. The light of Ariel guides us in our advancements. We're gonna go back to the goblins and see if I can... got another level. I still have to stand more so I can carry more things. I, Sinmiarian of Sinmiarian, of the most ancient Outmarkin. What follows are my drafts of the goblin language. I do not plan to perform a deep dive into their speech, so these notes include only those words that I have found most useful. Ga, greeting something like hello. Zug, thou. Zug, you. Mug, I. Tug, we. Sug, Getafuki. Subgetfuki. Thou art a good doer. No, na, yes. Akta, one who speaks. Ag, to speak. Unta, one who knows much. To think, study, / learn new things. Kavita, bright. Kavi, to shine. Gurmta, one who reigns, or rules, commands. Gurm, to reign, rule, command. Shukta, one who fights, militates, engages in battles. Shuk, to fight, battle, combat. Nota, dead, more, to dispatch. Delta, one who lives, vel, to live. Irupata, big. You know, I didn't think I'd be learning about the goblin language today, but I'm learning so much. And I'm also seeing that I have so much to explore, but I do not have, like, all the pockets in the world. So Lydia, we gotta go back. Setting we have to go back to the goblin village so soon. But I'm sure we'll explore all of it. You know, I want to try talking to our nice friend, Brink. Hey, Imp. Imp. It won't let me talk to Imp. Well, if I'm going back to the village, I'm just gonna go this way. Because I at least know this way's clear. I don't know about that way.
You disturb me not.
Oh, okay. I can now just...
I glad see you not. What you want, beauty? What you need here?
Oh, I just came to see what was...
I glad see you not.
Oh, okay, so I don't think they like me very much. 'Cause they're not glad to see me. Okay.
You bow down. What's up, my good-looking pal?
The one behind...
Gotcha. Farewell.
Nitwit.
I'm on your side.
Ah!
Be careful.
Ouch!
Do it.
Get it, outsider! Outs!
Trying to see... It's hard to see.
Outsider! Now you die, corpse!
Gods, no.
Ah! Ah!
Now you
Outsider! Worm! You be corpse!
Wait, perfect.
Outsider! Garbage eater! Ouch! Goblin spear kill you!
I'll kill you if I have to.
Lydia, you're not very helpful.
Outsider! Garbage eater! Oh,
These goblins are very strange. I need to talk to Imp before proceeding further. They don't seem all that happy, you know.
What can this humble clam do for ya?
Hey, so Imp, got a question real quick. Is it possible that these goblins are infected?
Me has no fairin idea, be just wants ya be careful. This be all.
Ah, okay. And, where does Gleanda live?
Let me see. Last time me and she be paddling in the pond, so with she being the direct one in all meanings, she probably still there.
Are you sure she'll be
Good looking. You aren't giving the rest about these non-exist treasures. She'll be there. Me promise. She is. Everywhere and always. Don't you fret.
there? Imp.
Oh, come on. Why don't you stop that? Me's uncomfortable enough here, feeling like someone's following me. Let's drop anchor at Gleanda's place. Me answer all your questions there, if they're still with ya. Let's go.
Any thoughts on what just occurred, like with the goblins?
Oi, good looking. Further we is, stranger things is. Me'd never seen such goblins. Me thinks they's infected. Yeah, be careful, aight? A lot's changed since me last stay in Stones. Almost all except that luminary above. So, me best guess be, go upwards? Yeah, Gleanda resides up there. Come on, good looking. Shift your crawlers.
Alright.
Have a nice day, good looking.
You do path to, I guess. You know what? I don't know. Nope. No more meetings. Villa. Your husband, always so calm, finally showed his true temper. Oh. Today, on the watch, I saw the strangest thing. I was even ready to believe what I witnessed was a figment of my own imagination. Also because of some hangover, but in Oblivion's sake, I've not ever taken a sip of booze while on duty. And what now? Am I supposed to believe this thing was real? Light from the lantern composed a shadow on the wall. Then suddenly, the shadow began to move. It transformed into a mer-like silhouette, fully covering one of the towers and then disappearing for good. I have no idea what this was, but I'm sure this will not end well. Commander, after many attempts to break into the laboratory and those monstrous killings, Gidasur demands to strengthen the guard. We must take I think this would be decisive action and get to the bottom of this before panic arises.
Watch it. Now you'll pay. Do your worst. You won't get the best of me. That's victory is yours. I submit. This.
Oh good, I have Okay, this is getting a little ridiculous. There's so many. You know, the first time I saw these, you know what I thought they were? I thought they were Meridia's beacon. I was like, so many of those. Yeah, kind of is. We were forced to use our crossbows, Commander. These workers seemed to have gone berserk. It took 3 of us to tie one of them down. And while we were occupied, a second one took down the guard and beat him with his shovel. After that, I gave the order to shoot the bastard. Come back to us soon. We can't make it. Hello, it is I again. Shamefully, somewhere at this point, I had to combine these speech skills of mine with a sophisticated multi-part spell of absurdly great power. But for the divine's sake, what is this shame I speak of? One can only be proud to possess such powerful magic. It was after the spirit had started reciting its story that blood was freezing in my veins and my enchanted pen had halted recording on several accounts. Saying priests, sorcerers, and guards, including my husband, never mentioned why we were brought here. My chores were simple. I overlooked the mushroom garden, so we had something to eat. I remember the moment when everything went wrong. When Valiant Thur, the Lord of the March, said he received a letter from the outside. Yes. What was in this letter? From the far north, through the sea of ghosts, came the wild people of the forest. They built their city here, Sartar, and began to raid our possessions. Our princes had united to ward them off. Then their king, Ysgrim, arrived. I don't know why I read words like that sometimes. Like, I had little accents. Ysgrim arrived with his mighty brigade, prevailing battle after battle, so our princes resorted to seeking help from the deep. Old forest, Aldemara. The deep, I suppose the dorm room? Very interesting, but not that captivating. Proceed to the point. Nathaniel. After a while, a messenger arrived from the outside, bleeding heavily, fatally wounded. We looked after him as best we could. From his mumbling, we understood only that the realm of the people of the snow no longer exists. The savages from the north overwhelmed us. We rushed to inform the Lord of the March. Yes, I wonder if the Nords even knew they expelled the indigenous people. Not that anyone had any interest in the opinion of these idiots. What happened next? Nathaniel. Valianthor said he would seal the passage to our dimension with a special medallion to keep the savages out. Oh, I know this medallion you speak of. Yes. Oh, I know this medallion you speak of. I suppose this means that you switched to the mushroom diet soon enough? Anything? Yes. No. We could not solely survive on those mushrooms. Each of us poisoned by them at least once every week. Stomachs begged for vegetables and meat. In the fortress and around, there was no place to obtain such. Even the rats, known for thriving everywhere, even they had run out. We ate each other. Well, if you had been able to read up to this point, I hope your stomach is strong enough. I'm humbly reminding you to place this note at my table. Thanks. Spinning light. Let's stay by the spinning light. Oh, hey, Lydia. No, I will not visit your brother in the infirmary ever again. Musa Lauren Musa Lauren told me the sickness is not contagious and promises to cure him, but you should have seen his maddened glance. I was certain he'd try and rip my throat out with his own teeth. Yes, my assistant did find some courage within his soul, but only because of the constant nagging, Renus. While Garen should be threatening in his speech, he positively was not the one to kill your experimental rats. He's too afraid to even approach the cells. You know what, I'm just gonna have to, work with what I've got. And that stuff, I really don't have any lockpicks anymore. No more lockpicks. This place just kinda ate them all. Oh, what are you?
Be careful. What are you doing? What are you doing? Now you'll pay. I'll kill you if I have to. Now you'll pay.
Yeah, no, I just don't care. those who dwelled here, all in one. Hello, well, I have to admit that at some moment I found myself lost in the curiosity of what really took place here and tried talking to the local inhabitants. I'd also like to point out that the vagrant, restless spirits were not of particular use. Moreover, you must have taken notice of that peculiar appearance they possess. Nevertheless, with this very evening at my leisure, I decided to try and summon one of the local inhabitants, whose death was not so gruesome. I'd take it you have no doubts I'm successful, have you? Below is a record of our conversation. If, for whatever reason, you've obtained it before me, this likely means I have an urgent matter to attend, and you are to return this record to my study. And please, would you kindly mark it as read at once? Or read at once. If anyone in Somerset reads my records before I get a chance to verify them, I will find you. And be assured my wrath is atrocious. Sinmiarian, the brightest and cleverest. What follows the record of this conversation? S. Are you able to hear me, spirit? Do you understand me? I don't remember how I pronounced the name before. Nathaniel. I hear. I understand. Sinmiarian. I use a powerful spell that translates mental images so that you understand my speech and I yours. My name is Sinmiarian. I am the greatest wizard among the living. Who are you? Othilian. I am Othilian. See media. A constrained woman. Wife to one of the the soldiers assigned to this fortress. Sinmiarian. Seems there are issues with my spell, and frankly, don't really want to hear how you're trying to make Sinmiarian. Seems there are some issues with my spell. And frankly, don't really want to hear how you're trying to make specific the mental image. Try to concentrate. By what name did you call your fortress? Nothing, no. I don't remember. Sinmiarian. Pity. Let's try again. I need something as a baseline. Nothing. It hurts. Sinmiarian. Endure. Focus on something else. Explain to me the meaning of... I am not reading that. Wait, oh, I might read it. Explain to me the meaning of Meri-Sepentipelia. That is a very long word, and I cannot read that. Centilpelia. And Trumbi parrot. Am I correct in my assumption that parrot is your name for pirate? Asaniel. Our priests did not explain what this place was. If they formed a pact with the Daedra, then we did not know about it. As for Mary, I'm gonna call it Marie Santel for short, you know, because yeah. As for Marie Santel, this means a folk of kings who reign over snow-covered mountains. Sinmiarian. Wow. Your people aren't aliens, are you? Not some Iliad folk. Ah, okay. I think it's Iliad. Well, you people aren't aliens, are you? And not some Iliad folk to Somerset's Altners. Nothing, What they tell the young ones is, a long time ago our kin resided in Somerset, but then we became the people of snow, the last true image of the ancient race. The Tamriel's north is now our home. Sinmiarian. Very interesting. Even the Dunmer will be fascinated by this. Ancient people, you say? You mean Altners, I presume. People of snow? Falmer, right? Sounds about right. And what happened here, dear Lady Falmer? Oh, Samuel. It was very painful. I do not remember. Sinmiarian. You better remember. I don't feel like dispelling you. But I shan't have much choice if you won't answer my questions. Enjoy your afterlife while you're able. Oh, Samuel. I don't want to scream. I don't want to remember. Sir. Oh, this is... Spun. I have absolutely no clue what these ancient crystals are. I'm just collecting them and putting them in my back pocket and just being like, they're worth nothing. But they're so pretty. And interestingly enough, for some reason I keep picking them up. Let's see how many I have now. Well, I have 4 of those statues. About 15 of these ancient crystals that look kind of like Meridia's beacon, but are definitely not. What if I just started checking them like that? Activate magic mirror. I'm not quite prepared for that. I'm still looking around. Oh, another note. 2 cases of madness in a single library per week. What in Oblivion did they read? Well, starting to believe that you guys are potentially in like a outstretch of pirates. Yeah. No, I'll keep enchanting here for a bit. try the magic mirror. Oh, okay. So the magic mirror would have changed my appearance. Good to know. Oh, I missed a note. Sarin ordered the people to take more torches before heading out for watch duty. And please tell them to be on their guard. Last time there were sightings of some crazy mer. Of course, he was not the one to cause this, most likely. He was trying to get away from that place. The worst thing... We don't even know who acts against us. Alright. Oh, okay. Cool.
I'm right behind you. I am at your command. You lead, I'll follow. Still here. I am at your command.
This is gonna be a terrible video.
You lead, I'll follow.
Now you pay.
This looks like the perfect place for my studies. I'm a showmaster. Get us all my research materials regarding the manipulation of matter. I am certain they will make an indelible impression on him. Lydia,
I'm right behind you.
I need you to take more things.
I am at your command.
You're gonna not really like this, or you might really like this. I'm not entirely certain. Alright,
You lead, I'll follow.
Lydia,
Still here.
take more things.
I am at your command. Let's get going then.
Mm-hmm.
I've got your back. How can I serve you, my Thane?